In die nuus vandag. Rioolstorting in Postmasburg bly 'n groot krisis en volgens die VF+ skuil die Tsansabani munisipaliteit agter leuns en eie onvermoë. Die munisipaliteit beweer eerstens dat die VF+ onwettig toegang tot die rioolwerke gekry het. Dit is eenvoudig onwaar. Alle waarnemings is vanaf openbare plekke gemaak. Boonop het Theo Joubert as voorsitter van die provinsiale oorsigkomitee vir die VF+ geen toestemming nodig om die terrein te betree nie. Tweedens beweer die munisipaliteit dat voortdurende rioolstorting bloot te wyte is aan 'n gebrek aan geld. Hierdie verskoning toon 'n gebrek aan erns, want daar is alternatiewe maniere om afvalwater te behandel, eerder as om jarelang besoedeling toe te laat totdat ander regeringssfere geld beskikbaar stel. Die VF+ sê die munisipaliteit skuil dus agter 'n leuen en agter sy eie onvermoë om kort tot mediumtermyn oplossings te vind. Die hoop is dat Tsansabani voortaan beter sal saamwerk om hierdie dreigende omgewingskrisis te beëindig. Die openbare beskermer het ook onlangs toegetree as deel van 'n onafhanklike ondersoek.
Still in Postmasburg. The National Union of Mineworkers has raised serious concern over the potential closure of the Assmang Beeshoek iron ore mine in Postmasburg, a move that could cost nearly 700 workers their jobs. Assmang has issued a Section 189 notice, signaling possible retrenchments, largely due to the financial struggles of its sole major client, ArcelorMittal South Africa. NUM says this is more than a corporate issue, it is a direct blow to hundreds of families and a devastating threat to the Northern Cape economy. The union insists that retrenchment must be a last resort, demanding full transparency from Assmang, including commercial justifications, alternatives considered, the true number of affected workers, and details of severance pay and benefits. NUM is proposing alternatives such as redeployment, reskilling programs, work-sharing arrangements, and freezes on hiring and overtime. The union has also vowed that no worker will face this process alone. Consultations must be meaningful and in good faith, with NUM warning that any attempt to undermine the process will be met with legal action. The union also expects the Department of Mineral Resources and Energy to play its part under the law. To its members, NUM's message is clear: stay united and calm, your union is at the table fighting for your jobs, your dignity, and your future.
The Democratic Alliance is demanding urgent answers from the Northern Cape Minister for Transport, Safety and Liaison, Lemakotso Koloi, after the department abandoned 32 traffic trainee recruits. The trainees completed a remedial program at the Metrobank Traffic College in Welcome after failing their initial exams. They paid for the training themselves, including accommodation, meals, and tuition, and successfully graduated in June. But despite this, the department is now refusing to release their certificates, preventing them from applying for jobs. At the same time, the department has appointed 23 new traffic officers from outside the program, while ignoring the original commitment to employ all 49 trainees. 16 of those who passed first time have already been appointed. The DA says this amounts to wasteful expenditure and a betrayal of the trainees who invested in their future. The party is demanding to know why certificates are being withheld, why the 32 were overlooked, and whether they will be absorbed in 2025 when the province has funding for 50 new posts. The DA has vowed to Minister Kolo accountable and insists the matter must be resolved urgently to protect jobs, restore fairness, and address the severe shortage of traffic officers on Northern Cape roads.
And finally, from our sport reporter Lucas Molifi. The Northern Cape Disciplinary Committee has ruled that the match between All Black FC and Postmasburg FC be rescheduled, despite questions around All Blacks' lack of valid tournament documents. Postmasburg FC, preparing for the Provincial Engen Knockout Cup final, says it will appeal the ruling, warning it sets a dangerous precedent. The club argues that giving second chances to teams who fail to comply with rules threatens fairness and credibility in competitive football. A written judgment from the committee is expected on Monday. This news bulletin was made possible by Jane Williams' spiritual counselors.
When you're tired, broken and hope feels out of reach, I want to remind you today, God has not forgotten you. At Jane Williams Spiritual Counselors in Postmasburg, we believe that healing is possible, not just partial, but complete, through the power of God's Word. Whether you're struggling with inner pain, relationship challenges, or have a child who's hurting, this is a gentle space where hearts are allowed to break, but also to heal. We offer soulful guidance for every path in life: child counseling, individual counseling, couples and parental support, and family therapy. Every session is covered in prayer, every tear received with compassion. Small steps lead to great healing. It's not your strength that carries you, it's His grace. You don't have to struggle alone. Contact Jane Williams today, where spirit and support meet, and where God's love brings light back into your darkest season. Jane Williams Spiritual Counseling. God restores you completely.
Remember to subscribe to our weekly Horizon Gazette on our website at www.mkmedia.co.za. Horizon Media, Northern Cape.